Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be sharing with you guys some tips to help you study effectively. Specifically, I will be explaining my 4 stages of studying smart. Stage number 1 involves getting an overview of the subject. Now, before diving into thorough study, it's a really good idea to skim over the subject and get a general overview of the concepts that you need to learn. Having a read through the set textbook can really help you to connect concepts that may not have been discussed in class but are really important for your understanding. Another really good way to gain an overview of the topic you'll be studying is through concise, summarized mind maps. It is a really good way to link keywords, ideas, and information together and helps you to make sense of the situation. It is particularly helpful if you are struggling with a particular topic or simply want a revision of your understanding. For example, this particular topic, I wasn't 100% confident with my understanding of the concepts that were discussed in class. So I went ahead and made a concept map linking key points and ideas, and also bringing in basic knowledge from previous semesters. This really helped me to visualize the information and grasp, synthesize, and integrate all the ideas and concepts so I could better my understanding. This can also be used as a revision resource for upcoming exams as it summarizes the information nicely. Stage number 2 is identify areas of difficulty and work at those first. Now, before studying, you want to ask yourself, if I was to be given the exam right now, what could I answer and what would I struggle with the most? When you're in class, a good tip is to leave a marking or page number if the lecturer discusses something you don't particularly understand or struggle to conceptualize. Once you've picked out your areas of difficulty, you can make an active note of them. I like to use flashcards as it's a really good way to practice some active recall of the content and make them stick a lot longer. They're also really versatile and a really good way to force yourself to condense something into a tiny little card. Once you've done this, you want to try teaching the content out loud, as if you were the lecturer teaching a bunch of students who had no idea about the topic. If you can find someone to teach it to, even better, because you're more likely to prepare effectively and try to be as thorough as possible with the topic. If you feel that some area you didn't define well enough or understand well enough, make sure to go back to your notes and fill those details out until you're confident with explaining it effectively. Stage number 3, test your knowledge. I think this is probably one of the most important steps in effectively studying and making sure that the content that you've revised sticks. Take advantage of professors and lecturers who make old exams available as practice tests and make sure to complete the tutorials as you go. Once you've done this, you want to go ahead and mark your paper. This will allow you to see again your areas of weaknesses and any room for improvement. Try keeping a notebook of all the areas that you've made and things you didn't answer well. This way you are more likely to remember it and avoid repeating the same thing. I once read this quote by Charles Orlando where he explains the concept of making mistakes. He says that the only time a mistake is truly permanent is if we choose not to learn from it. Remember, the focus shouldn't be on how we make mistakes, but how we correct them. And finally, stage number 4, review and repeat. So once you've gone over your study materials such as notes and flashcards, tested yourself in practice papers and quizzes, you want to consolidate your learning by constantly exposing yourself to the information and repeating content until the exam period. Also, be sure to keep track of your progress. A really simple way to do this is to open up a broadsheet on Excel and list out all the topics you need to revise for. Once you've studied for that particular subject, fill in a color depending on your understanding. So for example, green is good understanding, yellow is neutral, and red is urgent attention needed. This will help you to stay focused and give you an insight of all the things you need to get done to achieve your goals.